And we would live on the second floor. We had the suite, 2 rooms, 6 of us, sleeping in the bedroom, and then we had a living room, or a dining room, or everything else room. And then down the hall were single rooms of alcoholic, ethnic, post-war steel mill workers. They were my best friends. And then at the very end was a bathroom that we all shared. And then there was a second floor. And I'm telling you, I love that place. I love that place. Here's some more shots of it. There's the steel mill right across the street from us. And this street, the bar is right there, right across the street, right there. And another shot, the streetcar. Bar is right down here at the bottom of the hill on your right. I tell you, that memory just captivates me. There's something about it. And then, oh, who put that? Kelly, you put that in there. They don't like that.
Okay, Jack.
They don't like that. All right. I've thought about getting hypnotized under it for several hours so I could remember the details of that enticing home of mine more vividly. Great Christmas gift, Kelly. A gift certificate to a hypnotist. Go back there for a couple of hours, but you know what? If I did, I'd be disappointed. I'd be scouring the scenes for something that would satisfy those intense feelings attached to my home. All I'd discover, though, would be the reminder of them. It's a lifelong nostalgia we all have to be reunited with something from which we feel cut off, to be on the inside of a door we've always seen from the outside. No wonder. We were made to live in the garden of God. It's why all people feel like they're not ever really home. Banished from the garden. And so when Jesus on the cross told the thief next to him, "This day thou shalt be with me in paradise," he meant they were going there, back there, home. This feeling is what's drawing the younger brother back. He'll be disappointed. Now what won't include satisfying his nostalgia for home. But that's going to be okay, because it's the Father who will more than offset his son's letdown with home. That Father whom he'd never really known or cared to. Good without God. Already, his Father, whom he's convinced himself is such a religious killjoy, shocks him by throwing a party when he shows back up. And a party better than any the son had seen in the distant country. And rather than rake him through the coals of gut-wrenching confession and excruciating penance, as he's fully expecting, because he sees his father as a joyless, stern, uptight legalist. The Father instead garbs him with his own robe. The family signet ring, virtually a credit card, brand new sandals. What now? One thing is spending the rest of his life getting to know this magnificent being whom he profoundly misread. Another is working through the mess he has made inside himself. Paul says, continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling, because it's a mess in there. Things happen to us. Whenever we cross a line we know we shouldn't, we change. When Adam and Eve did cross that line, the Bible tells us something became different inside them. Can a man scoop fire into his lap without his clothes being burned? So now that the younger son's been beaten down these paths to places he shouldn't have, he's always going to find it easier to do it again. The logic that whispered, why not a first time, is going to scream from here on out, why not a second? It is a mess. It's mess. What now? Besides getting to know the Father and dealing with his interior mess, the younger son will be going out to find other younger sons and bring them to their fathers. Yes, what his older brother should have done for him, but didn't. What our true older brother did, seeking and saving the lost. Now there are a few problems with younger brothers going out after other younger brothers. One, they might slip back and become a little more like younger brothers again. The Bible says, save others by snatching them from the fire. To others, show mercy mixed with fear, hating even the clothing stained by corrupted flesh. It is dangerous out there to try to reach the other younger brothers. And two, younger brothers come with a lot of mess. I'll give you a quick story here. No, we don't have time for a quick story. Okay. Our church is loaded with younger brothers. People who've gone out in the world, slopped the hogs, hit rock bottom, and come home through Jesus to the Father. The danger here in this place is partially slipping back and becoming younger brother-ish. Not becoming younger brothers again. We won't lose our salvation. But becoming younger brother-ish is the danger here. But most churches are made up of people who became Christians out of being older brothers. Their danger is partially slipping back into the older brother attitudes and spiritual deadness. Becoming not older brothers again, not losing their salvation, but becoming older brother-ish. So finally, then, now what? One more? Reconciling with his older brother, who may be realizing that his younger brother, of all people, has a great deal to offer him that all those still lost younger brothers out there, too, have something to offer. His younger brother has a newfound love for the Father that he may suddenly see he desperately needs. Therefore, Jesus told older brothers, I tell you, her many sins have been forgiven as her great love has shown. But whoever has been forgiven little, what's the next words? Loves little. See, the older brother, he too needs forgiveness, just as much. Jesus died for somebody's sins, he thinks, but not mine? No. Older brothers sin too. And he may also realize that he was wrong in not going out and seeking his lost brother. But the younger brother needs to realize that he too desperately needs a brother. He needs the solidity of his older brother to walk with him all the way to the grave. Now I finished with a story about myself. I was an older brother, raised in a Roman Catholic church, good boy, didn't cross the line. In an age of free love, I didn't do it. Didn't drink, didn't drug, wasn't saved. Went to Vietnam, became a Christian over there in the heat of battle, made the Lord a deal. You all know this story. Came back 3 weeks after I was back. The deal was I'd go to seminary and postpone law school. So I went to seminary. I'm 3 weeks out of the box. I'm in seminary. First week, the president stands up. He has maps. He says, how many of you don't attend local churches? I put up my hand. I'd never set foot into a Protestant church. I was a skeptic. I had come to see if I could believe this book 1 year and then go on to law school and politics. I had no intention of going to church. He said, would you please visit one of our constituent conservative Baptist churches? What a distasteful prospect. We all went up and got maps. I took one. Mine led to the Westwood Housing Project's a little beat-up building, all poor Chicanos, not many, younger brothers, many of them younger brothers. And I walked in that Wednesday night with my education, with all the advantages I had. I walked in and saw these humble believers, and I was touched like I had never been touched before. And I became the pastor of the church way too soon, a year and a half later. And shortly met Glenda and Manuel. And we go back that far. And Pastor John. We all go back that far. 41 years of pastoring. But what captivated me when I walked in the door was, as an older brother, I saw something. Despite all the education, all the advantages, I saw something I did not have. I saw a fervor of lost younger brothers that I would have given everything I had to acquire. And so for 41 years, God has been teaching me, and I have been imitating the fervor all of our wonderful younger brothers have here. And as somebody once said, we need the poor. When did they ever need us? Would you please stand?